Where are my participants? Barbara?
Honey?
Hi, honey. I just saw that you checked in, but then I don't see you.
And then now it's asking for me to put the meeting passcode in. What is it?
I have no idea. I sent it to you. It's the same one.
I know. Well, no, I did the link, but then it's asking for a passcode. Let me just do it again. Let me just log in again. This I don't know.
Technology. Technology.
Think together more often, I swear.
You really, it's just like I've been this whole time working to get my websites out of bondage from an Indian company that was holding them in bondage. Can you
What do you
imagine?
mean?
In other words, they wouldn't fix my website. They wouldn't do anything to it.
Lovely.
They just kept it there. I've got now from my thing, it's not showing participants all of a sudden.
Now it's installing updates. Do not
Ah,
close this
yes.
window.
Yeah, it is, but it doesn't show participants.
Do I want this app to make changes to my device? No, I really don't.
Yeah, you do.
Do?
I think so, honey.
Okay. I hope so, because I said yes. But now it's like stuck. Oh no, there it did. Okay, launch meeting. Let's see.
Alyssa's coming in.
It's connecting. Says get up.
You're coming in.
Oh yeah, no. Get it back.
Bye, baby. Hi, Alicia.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I just got told by someone I was exposed to COVID.
Oh no.
Ooh, your hair looks pretty, Barbara.
Thank you. That is flat though. I don't know. I can't get it to
What's
go.
wrong? No, it looks, did you just get it done? Alyssa, don't choke to
I
death.
washed it this morning.
Did you just get it done?
No, just washed it.
Your hair
Clean.
color. Yeah, but your hair color is darker than it's been in weeks.
Probably because I have the light on it.
Looks beautiful.
Last
Always
time I did, I try to figure out the lighting. So
so
hopefully it's
much, honey, it's so much better. You look so pretty.
thank you.
So
Hi,
much.
Alyssa. Sorry I couldn't make it last week. I had an audition and I thought I got it, but the same woman that did the 7-Eleven commercial with me is getting all of the commercials I auditioned for. We
Yeah,
are totally different. I mean, I don't take it personally. I'm happy for her. It's just frustrating.
Who is it?
Her name is Ellen Jameson. She looks like Iris Attell. Do you know who that is? Iris Apfel. You should know her. She's that you see her in everything. She's that woman with
Oh,
the big-
Iris Appel. You
Yeah.
said, I thought you said Attell. Iris Appel, I love her.
Yeah, well, she looks just like her, except she's skinny, skinny, skinny. And she just did the Amazon Prime commercial I was up for. She just did. And then she actually, I bet she got this one for it was another Amazon, but
The casting director or the person you're up against?
the person I'm up against got it.
She only calls in two people?
No, no, no. There was many. There was probably 100 people there for the
Yeah.
one part. Usually there are. I'm starting to see the same old ladies for everything.
Yeah.
I bet
remember
next
one
month it'll
time-
be you getting them all, and they'll be like, that lady's getting all the parts I want.
Right,
There
yeah,
you go. Thank you. I like that. I believe. Oh, is Andy gonna be in the class?
of course.
Oh, Amy's back.
Yeah, I haven't seen Andy for a year.
He went away.
Hi.
Andy,
Andy?
Hey, how's it going?
we
Hi.
missed you, Andy.
Oh, I missed you guys too. It's good to see everyone.
How much did you miss your girlfriends? Damon. Ah,
Not
that's my guy. That's my guy. So I don't know if Paige is going to make it. She has a lump on her neck and she's in tremendous pain.
Oof.
And Isabella's mother's here. So everybody else, we should be coming through. We should have 4 men. Kenny is up for an audition for something,
Great.
but he's coming. Oh, what's the young boy's name? He's so sweet.
Chris?
Chris is going to be here. So let's just wait a few minutes so everybody gets in here. So Andy, how was your vacation?
It was good. It's good.
Where
I got
did
to see some family that I hadn't seen in a
you
while.
end up going?
So I went to Sydney, Australia, and then I also went to New Jersey for a couple weeks to see family and friends.
Wow. Were you alone in Australia?
Hmm?
Did you go by yourself to Australia?
I went by myself, but I stayed with family there.
Oh, you have family there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait, was
Nice.
it cold? It's winter there, right?
Yeah, it's winter. It's cold there. It's a little colder than LA winters, and
It's not too bad.
yeah, not every place has central heating, so it's kind of similar.
Are you still back in Chicago?
No.
I'm back in LA now.
Oh, good. Great.
Noelle is now entering. My little Noelle. So I got some feedback from the writers. I'll wait till
What's
everybody's
the news?
Well, I'm not going to tell you till everybody's here, Eamon. As you fill your mouth, are you eating pizza and Coke?
Pizza and Snapple.
Ah,
Whoa.
I ate that today. I was doing all these errands trying to get them out of the way. And then Royce and I were told by someone who had dinner for us on Saturday night that she had been exposed to, she had COVID. It's like, oh, great. So, yeah, well, Royce is getting ready for an operation, so he cannot have COVID.
I
What
had
kind of operation?
Noelle, you know, the men's gender. Hi, Chris.
Oh.
The personal male part of a man.
Mm.
He's going in for that. Hi, good
Mhm.
morning, Noelle.
I know. Well,
We're just waiting for a couple more people. Here comes Andrea. Oh, Andrea's Paige is coming. Let's see how she feels. And then, you yawned. Paige, how you feeling? Did it take it down at all?
A little bit.
Can you get the camera close to where you're talking about?
Oh,
Oh, I see a little bump there.
it's about that big.
Yeah. And you've gone to doctors and they can't say what it is?
MRIs, don't find it.
Well, then then it must be muscular, a muscular knot.
Yeah, she said it's sitting on my pressure point.
Oh, Jesus. Have you
I'm
gone,
sorry. Oof.
did you go to your acupuncturist?
Yeah, she's been working on it and it feels better for it. Sorry, guys. Feels better for a day. And then it just, I made the mistake of having Chris rub it because I'd been in bed with my toe being broken.
Oh, no. You in pain, girlfriend?
Actually, I it's funny because everyone said when you get off of all the, you know, the medication, narcotics and stuff after being on them for so many years for Lyme, they said, oh, your pain tolerance is going to be horrible. You're not going to have any pain tolerance. And I'm like, to all of you that don't think, you know, all the doctors that think I don't have high pain tolerance. I've been dancing for a year with a broken toe and, you know,
Well, there's nothing they can do except to set that broken toe.
yeah, and then of course the radiologist looked at it, sent a message to the doctor that looked at it yesterday, said, oh yeah, it's definitely broken, and showed me where it's broken. And then on the inside tip, it looks like it's broken off a chip. And then she said, and you sprained your ankle, because I had very little mobility going in, or I was shocked. I was like, oh my God. And I know I did that in Jay's class because I went over it all the time on my ankles, you know, because they're just weak and I'm wearing heels.
Are
No more
you,
heels.
so have you been dancing this week? Is school started again for you? No.
No, until the 22nd, and we quit my job. Yay. But I'm there at
Yay.
the Hollywood Bowl pushing people up in wheelchairs, and
Yeah,
it's
you're
all
using all
uphill.
this, and you're using all of this.
And I fell 3 times over the chair that wasn't working, taking it back, and my wrist.
Sounds like a funny movie. I mean, it's not a funny movie.
Yeah,
No,
it's not.
If it were a movie, it would be funny, but in real
But I
life,
think that re-injured this too. And I'm thinking
it
maybe my toe, and I didn't even realize it because the last week I went up on my toe. It's an old fracture, but it, you know, when you have one, it's easy to refracture again. So I went up and I think it was like hairline from maybe even going over, because I landed on my knees and over the wheelchair that was closed up. Thank God. The wheel spun and it flung the wheelchair around. I went over it 3 times. I told you guys. But anyway, I was worried about my wrist because it was like, you can still kind of see it's like
Swollen.
lines in here, the nerves.
And it's
And so I was worried more about the nerves than anything.
We're
But,
waiting for Ken and I'm sorry, and
hi,
Yelena.
Andy.
Hi,
Good to have you back. We missed you.
good to see you. Sorry you've been in pain.
It's okay.
You know,
It's weird because that's what I was gonna say. Like I've been good, you know. I just was like, oh, my toe's getting worse. I should really just go have it looked at. And yesterday there was an open urgent care next to my son's school, and I was like, oh, I'm walking in there just to see. And the lady was super cool. She was on it. And then they called me, and then they said, the radiologist said, no, there's no break anywhere. And she was like, but I don't buy it. She said, you still need to go to your specialist, and I'm still ordering you an MRI of your whole foot. So I'm going to go do that. But in the meantime, then I told Toni I had Chris like rubbing this knot. I had a couple of seizures yesterday, Toni. So I think that's what happened. I jerked my neck. It's from my Lyme. Anyway, it's just things we deal with. But I've been super happy and like super good and all pumped up, right, Toni? I've just been like, woo, like killing it and feeling good and making really good decisions. And, you know, it's just tests, I believe.
You just have to have your toe fixed. That's all.
Just
And you know something, you know,
the universe testing me.
I have to say something to you. I
Mhm.
came from at 4:15, I had a MRI on my toe. I have a hammer toe. And it really affects I mean, something on your toe affects your it affects that side of your body, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it was starting to bother my knee. My hip has been hurting me a lot again. And I was like,
Yeah,
with all this
but-
other stuff going on, no.
But I mean, if
I
you have a good doctor, you'll get it fixed, and you do what they
Yeah.
tell you. You know, I have a wonderful doctor.
Well, I might be calling you for that wonderful doctor.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Dana.
My dad too. My dad too with toes.
Well,
Toes and wrists. Jay's husband Michael broke his wrist. He fell and broke his wrist, and Jay didn't catch him in time. And he just had surgery on it on Thursday. Tony.
Yeah.
well, I have arthritis in my hands, and so I had surgery on my right, which hand do I have? My right hand and my left foot. And they say arthritis goes this way. So now my left hand is starting to hurt, and my
Mm.
right foot is fine. But
Interesting.
yeah,
I had an attack of arthritis last Friday.
what happened?
There.
Going on.
It acts up in my right leg near the knee joint. And as it was, I was up on set for a
Oh.
Western. And they had me wearing those pointy
Boots.
Oh, the
Boots.
pointy boot, yes.
Terrible.
And I need to wear shoe supports for my flat feet anyway.
Me
But
too.
I've been taking
Okay.
meds for the inflammation, but I ran out and I won't be able to get any refills until I go back to my PCP to get authorization. So I've been spending the past week or so just trying to stave it off. But with those pointy shoes,
Oh my
I
God.
was hurting from the waist down.
I'm sorry.
If I can suggest to everybody, since, I've been teaching at UCLA now going on 16 years, all my students are getting COVID again. So COVID is out there. So one of the best things that you can get is, they're in little balls like this. I get it from my chiropractor. One is called Immunity Boost, and the other one is called Uno de Gato, which is cat's claw. Cat's
Mhm.
claw will kill anything that gets into your system. I mean,
Uno de gato? Uno.
yeah, Uno de Gato, cat's claw. And it's very good for arthritis. And that's why I'm bringing it up to you,
I'm gonna
Eamon.
write it down.
Yeah,
Uno de gato.
Uno
Yeah.
de Gato. And you can just
Uno.
put it in a drink but it's so,
Where is it available?
well, I get it from my chiropractor in Toluca Lake. But
Look it
You
up.
can
Look
get
it
it
up.
online.
you can get it online. You can go online to there's a discount, if I can find it, a discount vitamin store.
Iman, you know what I was gonna say to you? I know you're getting up. I take Tylenol for arthritis. The highest dose, which I get at Costco, or you can get it at Target. But
Yeah.
if you can't get your medicine, you should get that, and should have it on hand. The Tylenol.
Yeah.
It's
I've been
really good.
taking- I've been
That's all I
taking-
use. That's the
So
only thing I use.
Advil doesn't work, Carolyn?
No, I'm not supposed to. I can't take that. Well, for one thing, I bruise very easily, so it just makes me. I mean, I don't want to look like a black and blue lady, so I stay away from that.
I just stopped doing the Advil.
So what's the name of
Ew.
this stuff?
Uno, UNO.
Yeah.
DE
Gato.
Gato, GATO, or cat's claw.
Oh, cats.
And what website sells it?
Well, you have to look it up.
I think you can get it on VitaCost. You guys, VitaCost is probably one of the cheapest vitamin outlets I've found. So
I'll remember that. Thank you.
oh, absolutely. I take it every day.
Arthritis runs in
because-
my family.
Well, everything runs in my family. Although Barbara, I did finally go get tested again with a colonoscopy and an endoscopy. I don't have colitis anymore.
Wonderful.
Good,
I
Tony.
have to call Lynn up and thank her because she sent me to this natural.
Naturopath.
Yeah, and the naturopath had me on so many pills. I said I can't do it anymore, but it must have slowed me down. So now the doctor says, and all you have is hemorrhoids. I started.
Well, that's good.
Well, that's kind of.
They just cap them.
I'm
That's
so,
Those are easy to take care of.
I've got those too,
I
Tony.
don't know
So
how to take care of them. You'll have to tell me later, Barbara. We'll talk about it. But
Is
oh
it-
my God, I started laughing. I thought, of my old aunt, and you remember her saying, "In hemorrhoids, hey." And I thought, oh no, I've got my old stuff,
No,
Thank
even
God you
young,
don't have
young
colitis.
women who have babies have hemorrhoids, so.
I have
I've had them.
After 3 children, I have him. After my
Yeah,
first. one, I
3
had
children.
hemorrhoids.
I still can't believe that, Carolyn.
Well, believe it.
I know, just
Hemorrhoids, fissures, it's all fun.
fissures. Now there's
I had a
something.
husband that.
Well,
had
the
fissures.
men here must be just enjoying this conversation.
Well,
This is
men
fun.
get them too.
Yeah, no, my second.
men do
husband
get
had
them too.
fissures. I had to. He was a big baby when he had the operation. Yeah, sure it was.
Okay, so we don't know
On
where.
that happy note.
Kenny had addressed a problem to me tonight that I wanted to run by you guys, but of course he's not here. So he asked me, he's been called in for an extra role as a doctor or a teacher. Now, Barbara, you may know more about this, or one of you guys may know more of this. And I said, well, that sounds to me like it would be an upgrade, that they give him an upgrade when he's doing it, because usually they just call in extras and they tell him you're playing this or that. He said, so should I rehearse? I said, well, no, there's no dialogue.
Just listen to the director and the AD. Yeah, that's not a big deal. He should.
All right, so he should be here tonight.
Yeah.
And of course,
By the way, Andy, how was your trip?
let me just see.
How was Australia?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
was the
I
weather?
just stayed with family down there, and I was telling everyone I spent a couple weeks in New Jersey after that.
Oh, that's such a
with family
difference.
friends.
A lot of good actors came out of Australia.
You know what? I saw Lord
Yeah.
of the Rings this week at the Academy. They screened it this week at the Academy Museum on Fairfax and Wilshire. It was, I think, the third one, which I don't know one from another, but it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. And New Zealand is absolutely magnificent.
Oh, yeah.
Gorgeous.
My goodness. I really loved it.
I've
Yeah,
got a friend
on
who
my
wants
bucket
to
list.
go and live there.
Well, I have a nice carpenter that was from New Zealand. He was wonderful.
Okay. Oh, so can I just say one last story? I was hoping Kenny
Uh-huh.
would. So I had 39 applicants for my guest cottage. I
Whoa.
was so
39.
exhausted. People were asking me for all the people that called me. There was a whole thing that happened on the thread that went through. I did it on Next Door Neighbor. I mean, some crazy guy said, oh, what kind of human being are you to ask that for a single person? And
Oh my
all
God.
the neighbors jumped on his case.
Like, go away.
It was so fun. I mean, it really was an interesting concept to watch, but everybody except for one man were all women. And the women had these amazing sob stories. I mean, it was, and I couldn't get them to stop. I said, okay, well, thank you that I understand. No, he left me. I mean, it was so horrible. At one point I walked around.
Wow.
What-
I was
what kind
so
of-
exhausted.
I don't
I-
understand. What was this for, Tony?
I was renting my guest cottage.
So did you find somebody?
It's cute as hell.
She's 80 years old. She's this funny little Jewish woman that I absolutely love. She's an
Yeah.
Aries. I took her into my bedroom and
Of
gave
course
her,
she.
yeah, I gave her a beautiful bracelet, so she was thrilled.
Oh,
Oh,
And she's just the cutest little thing. So she's going to be moving in. But the woman, in case she didn't take it, the woman who wanted it so badly was married to one of the Beach Boys.
oh, which one?
Which one?
Do you know?
Uh-huh.
I was afraid to ask. Her story was over an hour.
Oh, geez.
He wasn't one of the original Beach Boys. He's their
yeah, they just
manager.
performed.
Yeah, and he's their manager, and he's their manager. Anyway, here's Kenneth. See, I knew. It was the most amazing experience I've ever had. I was exhausted. I'm exhausted.
I bet.
Exhausted. And
Barbara,
people
you
were
look very
saying things
pretty.
like, oh, how could you rent it for $1,580? And other people were saying, are you friggin' crazy? Everything in that neighborhood
I
is
thought it was amazing.
That's a really cute place.
and all
is
the
it?
utilities are paid.
Where
mean,
is it?
Yeah,
that's
I
a
was so
bargain.
like,
1580 for
damn
for
it.
everything paid.
Van Nuys,
That's
right by the old Kester Ridge where Milstein built all the houses with bird houses on the top, except for the one he lived in.
so
'Cause by
cute.
the time he got through finishing all the houses, he realized birds do shit and they should. But so I'm waiting for her to move, but she's really funny. You guys will have to meet her. She's just
She sounds perfect for you,
a
Toni.
New York Jew who plays mahjong. I just was
Oh my God.
fascinated. Yeah, she
Well,
doesn't have a bad story to tell. I said, I guess I'm not going to have to do a credit check.
No, if you ever see the movie Moxie, it was made a couple of years ago by what's
Yeah.
the lady that was in the Parks and Recreation, the one and also
Mhm.
SNN.
Amy,
Amy, yeah. Yeah, she was the director and she used me. I was playing mahjong. You're talking about funny. I was playing mahjong. So I had to learn how to play it very quickly with the Asian man. a
Oh,
human
I
partner.
really want to learn how to play mahjong.
I do too. It's brilliant. It
Really?
is.
I play it
I'll go-
online, but I don't know how to actually play.
Really, I'll go with you guys if you want to go.
I would love to learn.
to.
I have an antique all ivory mahjong set.
Ugh.
It's
Oh,
got-
don't even-
Kenny, turn your camera on, Kenny. I know you're there because I just let you in. Ah, that's my Kenny. Turn your sound on, honey. You got your hair cut, huh?
That's a long time ago, like 2 weeks ago.
Get with it.
Ancient 2 weeks
Come
ago.
on, Toni.
Ancient. Back in the day.
Well, I'm sorry. All
You
right.
just have it coiffed differently.
Yeah, it's
It looks
called.
good. It looks good. I like it.
So Carolyn, I told them that what you asked me, Kenny, because I thought you were coming on. And
Uh-huh.
Carolyn says, tell them what you said to me about the extra roll.
Well, just go. Don't get nervous about anything. And if they ask you to, if it's a speaking part, if they ask you to say something, then you would get a bump up. Or if it depends on whatever they give you. But
Oh,
you'll
okay.
see when you get there. Don't what is the word?
Don't
just relax.
try and organize your thoughts there. Just
Yeah, don't
Is
just
there-
be nice.
yeah.
Be a nice man. Nice man.
and you're good at direction, Kenny. So you know. All
If
right.
they from what I remember, if they direct you in anything specific other than walking from here to there, even if
pay
it's
you.
not a word,
Okay.
They have
but
to
they
pay.
they have to give you a different rate, but it's non-union, I'm assuming.
I think so.
Yeah. So I don't know how that applies, but
Maybe you'll get a voucher for it, which would be
Oh
great.
God, forget the
All
voucher.
All right.
no.
Okay. All right.
In fact, I wanted to say that I looked at the sorry, Ken, not to cut you off, but I looked at, what is it you told me, LA Casting,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and I don't know what to do because it's literally all non-union.
I know. That's what I see too.
So I told Toni I'm 100% committed to getting back into my acting, 100% to go for it. But yeah, I'm excited, but it's like,
Yeah.
Let
do
me
I do?
tell you one really quick story about extras and what you said, Paige. If a director, if it's a SAG movie and a director gives you instruction, your money goes up. If you're an extra. And for a long time, I used to have Friday night dinners with Francis Ford Coppola and Fred Bruce because I was
No
dating.
biggie.
I was dating Fred Bruce, who was his one of the producers of The Godfather. And
Let me just pick that up for you, Tony.
What?
I said, let me just pick that up for you, Tony. That name that you just dropped, the couple names.
Well, the reason I tell you this is that I had met the man who directed Lawrence of Arabia. There's a whole story,
David Lean.
Sir David Lean. And I said to Francis Ford, we were driving over to meet some people in a restaurant in Berkeley. And I said to Francis, well, you know, in Dr. Zhivago, Sir David Lean told me, because I asked a lot of questions, that he went to every small theater group in Russia and he handpicked all those people in the boxcars as they were being sent off to Siberia, because the acting for me was phenomenal. The faces and the way they moved. And I mean,
Right.
I feel like I've heard that story.
you really need to watch it because it's like, oh my, it's what really great actors can do, but not even saying a word. And he said to me that he handpicked every single one, and he said, and I gave them each one a back life history. Well, Coppola blew up at me. He was furious at me, really
Why?
angry. He said, well, yeah, in those days he was allowed to do it, but if I do it in one of my movies, like The Godfather, I have to pay every single person
Oh,
that I speak to. And he
yeah.
was really miffed at me all night. And I'm pretty sure
Oh.
people I ate dinner with was a very famous French director who I don't know who it was, but he kept asking me if it took me a long time to put on my makeup.
Oh,
I didn't know who I was
my
talking to.
God. Oh, my
I
God.
knew he was
What?
famous. To have dinner with Coppola, you'd have to be pretty freaking famous. But I had nobody introduced, their last names to me. So I kept saying, well, do you mean as a human being or do you mean as a mime? He says, no, you're
Oh, speaking of you as a mime in your pictures, I got to see some of them, you guys. Tony, I
What?
know those pictures are famous of you as a mime because I have seen those before and
Oh.
wanted to buy them before, and I don't know where, but over the course of
Yeah,
my
they have
lifetime,
them on sale. They have
where?
them on sale, yeah. In fact, my website is worth $2,500. And what I had to laugh at is I was driving down the street and there was a garage sale. And there was a picture of me on the cover of San Francisco magazine. I said, stop the car.
They're the most beautiful pictures of her and mime,
Wow. I
but
believe
they're
it.
so different.
I got
That's not your
I got
typical
this
mime.
magazine and I said to the woman, oh my God, this is me. She said, well, then it'll cost you $1 more.
Ah! So how do I get, if I get one of those, I want you to, will you sign it for me?
Oh, shut up, Paige.
I want to, no, I'm serious. I want to frame
I
it. They're
would.
beautiful.
Of course I would.
Your
Thank
black
you,
and
thank
whites. Oh
you.
my God, they're gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. A
And
lot
then
of
your
them,
book,
a
the
lot of
book
them
that
were
they
taken
did.
by Jim Baldacci, who was just a phenomenal photographer. And a lot of them were taken by Herb Green, who's very famous for doing all the album covers from Dylan to Earth, Wind and Fire. and
Okay,
all-
so which one was the album cover? Because I think that's what it is. It's with the lines. You have,
Oh,
it's
that's
on your wall,
yeah,
your hallway.
yeah. I don't know. It's
Oh, okay.
people
We'll
use
talk
it.
later then, because I
So
know I grew up with that album cover.
because she saw the tubes. That used to open for the tubes, which was like a giant circus of people. So
Okay, anyway.
we've got
Interesting.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 women and 1, 2, 3, 4 men.
Look at that.
So I'm going to do Georgia Rule, and that's 2 women. I'm going to ask you, who would like to work with a woman and not a man tonight?
Oh,
I don't care.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter. Either way.
I've not
Go
read
ahead.
the script. So you and Yelena, Paige?
yeah, which one is it?
Georgia Rule.
Rule.
Which one? I can't even hear.
Oh, Rachel and
The
Lily.
rule.
Georgia Rule.
All I see is Rachel and Lily. I don't know.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Okay, and it's just one page, right?
I don't know.
I have one page.
Yeah,
Right,
it's only
maybe-
one page.
And let me do this first, okay? And then I'll do you next.
Okay.
Okay, so Alfie, I would like Barbara and Andy to do Alfie.
I'm going to leave just for a second so I can print it out, okay?
Back to the Future, I'd like Chris Perez and Elisa. Big.
My
Uh,
favorite movie, one of my favorite movies.
I'm gonna have Carolyn and Kenneth. Cold Mountain. Maybe I'll give Paige. Let me give you and Yelena Cold Mountain. Paige. That's more. I think that's more. Now I've got Eamon. Who's left? Eamon and
Me.
This is the
no.
one I didn't understand at all, Cold
Then I
Mountain.
gave you Big with Ken.
Who?
Carolyn.
Oh, okay. I love that movie.
One day I want to work with Carolyn. I've never worked with Carolyn or Barbara.
You have to come and watch me ride when you're feeling good.
Me
I want to
too.
come and
You,
ride.
all of you, come.
Georgia Rule. Okay, so who I don't have someone here. I don't have Alicia. I gave you one, right?
Yeah.
Eamon, did I give you one?
No, you haven't given me one yet.
And who else hasn't gotten one? Is there anybody else who hasn't gotten?
Noel. No, sorry, Noel.
No,
Noel
I
hasn't.
gave Noel.
No, you didn't give me anything.
Then I'm gonna also give you Alfie. That would be good for Noel and Eamon. Remember that? Eamon, Alfie.
Alfie, got it.
What's it all about?
Hey, wait a minute.
Alfie. Now, what we're gonna
Alfie begins with a very big monologue.
think
there should be, go below the monologue.
Where it says street.
See,
Alfie's
Okay.
Yeah.
isn't there a whole scene there? You don't. Alfie
That's
Yeah.
an interesting scene because it's like
Yeah, there's.
What?
Yeah,
Alfie has like very, very long lines.
But
Yeah,
it's
there's
And the scene
three
is pretty short,
paragraphs of
but
a
it's just like he has like
monologue.
4
no,
Julie
big
go.
has
lines.
some pretty long lines.
Can you go below it, please? There should
Yeah,
be.
go to
No, I'm
Julie's.
talking the below, the bigger one.
Even that,
The
yeah.
whole scene. I'm saying the whole scene is weird. Like the setup is
Tony, the cold mountains,
Well-
Ruby comes to help Ada. Ruby, but I thought Ruby is a man, isn't it?
No, it's a woman who's very masculine.
Oh, okay,
Ruby
gotcha.
and
She does
Ada.
all the
Mhm.
she does all the chopping of the wood and.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna share screen. We'll get another one for those of you who don't want to do Alfie. Well, you can,
I don't.
how about Back to the Future? I'd like to see a couple of scenes that are repeated.
Okay, Back to the Future. You want me to do Back to the Future, Tony?
Yeah,
Okay.
what do you
Back to the
guys think?
Future.
I've
Hold on.
already done the back to the
Oh, you've
Couple
already done
times.
Back to the Future. Is that what you said? Noel,
There we
you've already done Back to the Future.
couple times.
I'll do Back to the Future if you want to switch, and if you
All
want
right,
to do,
let Noel switch with Paige.
and you can
Okay.
do Ruby or Ada.
You can do Ada and Cold Mountain. You can do either Ruby or Ada and Cold Mountain. And so you'll
Cold
be,
Mountain?
what?
Yeah, I've never seen this scene. All right.
All right, Paige, so you'll take over there.
Okay.
So your partner Paige was
Yelena, I was her partner. So do you want me to do with Nile, Cold Mountains?
With
yeah,
Noel.
Noel.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Yeah,
on the same page.
okay.
We're good.
Yeah. So
And then
what I want you guys to look at tonight are things that really are very rarely taught in acting, but I think they're extremely important, and that is obstacles. Nobody in acting, in any a play, movie, even well, yeah, commercials, because they're all about attitude and you love the product, etc. But very few actors are taught about how to work with an obstacle. And in all acting, you have an obstacle. Otherwise, you really don't have an interesting movie. Like, let's just take the Titanic. What was the obstacle that, say, for example, the mother, who Barbara looks like, by the way, you look so much like her.
You
She's,
do. That's
oh,
wild.
she's stunning, yeah. And she's such a good actress. She's very petite too. What?
I don't
Let's
remember
say,
who that was.
Last name is Stewart, I think.
no, the Titanic.
Yeah,
Who,
the Titanic.
what was the obstacle? Let's say, okay, let's take the character we all know about, what's his name, the boy. What was Leonardo DiCaprio? What was his obstacle?
That he was
Getting
poor.
home.
No money.
Getting on
Yeah,
the
he was no
boat,
money. He was poor and he won this.
no money. But if you notice, his obstacles kept changing, just like
Yeah.
Paige's
Oh,
obstacles.
yeah.
Paige is the dancer. Paige has broke her foot. Then she gets it better. She gets arthritis in her neck or something going on in her neck. She gets it better. There's always these obstacles as human beings
Yeah.
that we go through just naturally. And
Just like to act during a strike.
oh God.
Sorry.
So, I want you to think of an obstacle and how you're going to be able to get over that obstacle in the scene. Like, for example, the mountain scene, Cold Mountain. The obstacle is this is a woman wanting work on another woman's cabin and land. And she's like, why are you know, her obstacle is a man would usually do this work. So this girl has to prove to her that she's stronger than most men. And the girl's obstacle is she'll starve if she doesn't get work because there's absolutely no work in the village. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So it makes it more important to get what you want. Okay, so read through it and look at what your obstacles are.
That's good. That's a good thought.
Hmm.
Can you create an obstacle for yourself? Oh, the writers thought you guys were all wonderful.
I was going to ask if you had heard anything back.
Oh yeah, they texted me right away and said, what a joy it was to watch you. Now they do all non-union movies.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I'm hoping I'm going to meet them for lunch when they come back into town. If there's any way they could, like, you know, bring up your names for any of the smaller roles in any of the movies.
When I asked, they had mentioned a bunch of waivers and stuff like that that they have to deal with, like with the union, because
Yeah.
I know that they work with union actors.
Well, yeah, because they're doing what's called lifetime movies. This is what it's all about, you
So
guys.
confusing.
Disney gets away with it.
Very
Lifetime
confusing.
movie gets away with
So
it.
confusing.
We're all highly confused about it, but most of it is about artificial. It's about the
Right.
artificial take of like they did with Carolyn, with taking their image and putting her in more things, and also streaming.
Yeah. How do you get your residuals? How do you get paid
Oh,
for
well,
it?
how did we get our residuals to begin with? They had a company that would
Right.
watch all the streaming, and the networks had to report what shows they were showing. Well, the same thing needs to happen again. They just don't want to do it because it's going to cost them more money.
But the
But-
same thing we went through with when the music industry changed and it went to Spotify and
Yes, yes.
Apple, and it's the same thing.
Napster,
nuts.
Napster.
Yeah.
That was the first one. Yeah, it's like watching what happened to the
Well,
music.
Carolyn, you would know
Yeah.
about this most,
I
huh?
would, and I
Did they
said,
ever take care of it for the musicians?
yeah, they sure, and especially where I worked at Universal, we had brilliant attorneys who would hire young, just graduates, and they would, they would watch videos, and I mean, it was fabulous. They worked with Google, and they worked with the various companies. I'm trying to think of the
There's
various
SoundCloud,
companies.
there's Spotify, there's
Yeah, Spotify, and I think Spotify first.
Apple.
Yeah, I think Spotify was their first big deal. And also, it must have been.
Now there's
Google
something called
also.
Bandcamp.
But anyways, they worked it out finally. They did. It took a while. ASCAP helped, BMI, but they got it going. And I see the same. Well, I see the same thing, except that these producers are more powerful. What's the word? It's not. They're more unfair. They're not as pliable. You
I
have to
don't
be
see how
very
Anne Fresh or
They're greedy. They're greedy.
greedy.
That's the
I'm
word,
sorry.
greedy.
That's simply put. You're right. They
They're
are.
greedy
Fran
people.
Drescher is going to get anything done. I'm sorry. I hate to be
Huh?
rude. I think Fran Drescher is not going to be able to get much done. And I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I don't see her being, isn't she on the board?
Oh, she's the
Head of
head
Right.
of it.
The head.
Yeah.
President of SAG now.
I just don't,
Well, I hope
I
she
know
does.
people on the inside that are like, she's
Yeah.
just not with it,
That's
which
not
is
good.
part of the problem.
Well, here's the real
Soft-spoken.
problem, Paige, is that most of the SAG actors, in order to survive, the real big working ones, had to go Phi Corps. And by going Phi Corps, it means that you have the right to work. We're the right to work state.
Mhm.
The Phi Corps means you don't vote. You pay your dues, but you can't vote. So all the people that are voting are extras, with
Ugh.
a few of us that are still SAG-AFTRA.
Yeah, I don't vote.
No, I do.
So Phi Corps right to work, but you don't vote.
You don't vote. They go like this. When in reality, they should say to them, if you go Phi Corps, you not only will you not vote, you're not going to do a SAG movie.
Right, and that's what you were so upset with me before when I said I had done stuff before that was non-union and got thrown in.
Well,
But
I wasn't that upset with you. I was upset with a woman called Antoinette, who
okay.
is, you know her, Barbara. Antoinette Walker. Well, this is taping me. She's a wonderful lady, and she was one of my students. And she's African American, and she's a vet, so she does get monthly stipends from vet. Told me that she was going up for the role that Barbara got in.
Oh.
And Barbara, you said it was non-union and union. That's illegal. I don't care whoever told you that. There is no. You can't have non-union and union people come in for a commercial. So the role that you went up for, sweetie, was non-union, and you got it. Antoinette was saying, well, I was going up for that role. I said, you can't. You're union. She said, well, you know, I've gone Phi Corps. She was my student. She was going to go back home. I begged her to stay. She's done close to 15, 16 commercials now.
That's why I said, do I just quit the union? I mean, I even froze for a while. I froze my account because I wasn't doing anything.
I'm not going to give you.
I know you said I can't tell you that, but
and I won't,
these are just
because you already know what I'm going to say, and I'm not going to say it.
yeah.
You
I
wanna
did
work-
send, I did send the information out or the questions to Tom Lynch from Netflix, who's one of the big producers from Netflix that I have a relationship with still from being 12. So I'm waiting to, I know he read it, but I'm waiting to hear back from him.
I think you guys have the right to work any way you want to work. You're actors, you've paid your dues, you've done your work.
My residuals are $5. at this
I
point.
want to see you all working. I want to see this over with. I have a feeling that the writer's strike is going to work it out almost close to the
I
end.
do
of-
too.
But
I'm going to say something that's controversial right now. I do like Fran Dresser because she speaks up, and I know maybe you shouldn't, but I do like that about her. I like her.
I don't know anything about her. I just know other people on the inside that are close to it that are big producers, and they're very, very frustrated.
well, why would they be frustrated? They're making money.
No, they're not able to. The productions have stopped.
Good. And
I
they
agree
should.
with you, Tony.
But-
They should, because they're.
That, I'm just bringing. Yeah, that's just what I heard.
But my fear is this: they're gonna the Directors Guild already won. The Writers Guild is gonna get it fixed, and then we're gonna be left once more,
Oh.
all by ourselves,
Oh,
floating out there. Nobody has ever helped the Actors Union. I've gone to writers' strikes. I mean, this is like the third or fourth time it's happened, you guys.
yeah.
They never come and support us, very rarely.
Well, let's hope that there'll be a change and
I
that
hope
there's some
so.
good people.
There's only one thing I'm gonna say. I do not understand that the guy who drives me from where we're all parking to the set makes
Mhm.
more money than me, and his name is on the movie.
Yes,
Oh my God.
And so
I
many
just
comments
talked to
like,
somebody about this.
if I were doing comedy, that's what my comedy would be about. I mean, I'm so tired of seeing the gaffers' names,
Yeah.
you know, what the fuck? The
Well, we talked about like
bookkeeper-
I did Quest for Camelot.
bookkeeping by. I mean, it's like, what the fuck does that have to do with this? That's a whole
Yeah.
business. Why is
I
that
did
on-
all the movement for Quest for Camelot for Kaylee or Kayla, whatever, and Kaylee for Quest for Camelot, who is the lead for Kenny for Warner Brothers. And the girl that did the woman that did the voiceover and the girl that did the singing got top billing. I got nothing, not even a mention
Oh, that's
at the end
terrible. That's
for
Well,
all the movement. And they literally used me old school to do all of the stuff over it.
Did you ever
really?
question them? Did you ever
All-
question that?
No, all the cartooning, they
Yeah.
they tried to do it old school. Yeah.
Oh, well, they did. That's what they did to me in Ghosts. With
Yeah,
Demi
yeah,
Moore.
that's why we're talking
I
about it.
played all the
Exactly.
ghosts.
Yep.
Painful movement, slowly back.
It'll
back.
come back to them. Put it that way. If you're a good person.
Oh, no, it was my fault. The guy came and asked me if I wanted. I said, I don't care.
Oh, well,
I
you
don't
should
even know how big the picture was going to be. It's like,
If you speak up, you don't have to be rude. It's just your,
So
you should
you're
be
right.
concerned.
Yeah.
okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start
Okay.
reading it now. So who would like to go first? Noelle.
Would you like to go first now? Hello?
Not really. I don't have to.
Noelle, do you want to go first? Because I know you have to.
After the break, I really have to, but right now I don't have to
She has a twinkle in her eye.
because I'm gonna wait anyways after everybody's.
Let's have you go first with your blue fingernails. Cute thing.
You say what?
I said, you're going to go first with your blue fingernails. So Noelle, let's all turn off our camera. Noelle's doing this with Yelena.
Bessie?
Eamon, turn off your camera. There you go. So who would like to, I think you should play the, the one who owns the farm, Noelle. And Yelena, you should be the girl that's looking for the work.
Okay.
And I think that I'd like to hear just in your mind what obstacles you have. Just throw them out.
Well, I haven't read the whole thing because I was spending time to cross out everything that was unnecessary because it was a lot of that.
Well, go read it, honey.
Like, okay.
So I'm thinking my obstacle is that I'm fighting. I need to somehow the perceptions that women cannot do a job.
Right.
That's one of the biggest obstacle. So that's one thing. And another thing is I don't have a great personality. I'm straightforward. So my obstacle is to charm I cannot charm people.
Yeah, your own obstacle is you. That's a great
Yes.
Yelena, lower your camera just to let so I can see your full head. There you go. I think that's a really smart way to look at it. You just spit out the truth.
Right.
You don't have any muzzle, to muzzle your thoughts. I think that's excellent. And I think that you're probably going to starve in the wintertime if you don't have a place to live and stay.
Yes. So I think that's what I got from that. I'm homeless.
Yeah.
And another obstacle that I have is my personal, that I don't do to be a servant. Even though I'd rather starve and die than being considered to be a servant. So it's kind of personal
Say that
ego.
again.
Servant.
You don't want to be a servant.
Yeah, I'm not a servant. I think I'm saying it right. Servant.
Yeah, servant.
Servant.
You're not a servant. You are someone who is you can chop the wood, you can do any man's job. All right, Noelle, what do you feel about your character?
She's, I feel like she
I'm
doesn't take any bullshit.
I don't take it. Use yourself, baby. Noelle, use yourself. I don't take any bullshit.
Ah, pardon. Sorry. I don't take any I don't take any bullshit. I guess I'm a good person because when I see that she really needs the job, I'm like, sure, I got you.
Right. And do you
But I don't see.
Go ahead, Noelle. What don't you see?
No, I was just saying I don't see many other things to say, so I might need help in that.
I think you desperately need help because you're living in a cabin and it's going to be snowing probably in about a week, heavy snow, and there's nobody there for you. You're left alone. So
okay,
there's got to be a survivor in both of you. But you feel uncomfortable. I think you're very uncomfortable with the thought of a woman doing that work.
Okay.
Are you? Well, let's see.
Okay.
Let's cold read it, guys. Let's see.
Okay.
That cow wants milking. If that letter ain't urgent, the cow is what I'm saying.
Well, I don't know you.
Oh, Lady Swinger said you need some help. Here I am.
Well, I need help. I do need help, but I need a laborer. There's plowing and rough work, and I think there's been a misunderstanding.
What's the rake for?
The rake?
Ain't for gardening, that for sure. Number one, you got a horse, I can plow all day. I'm a worker. Number two, there are no men better than me. Cause there is no men who aren't old or full of mischief. I know your plight.
My plight?
Am I hard to hear? Cause you keep repeating yourself. I'm not looking for money. Never cared for it, and now it's even worse, nothing. I expect to board and eat at the same table. I'm not a servant. Do you get my meaning?
You're not a servant.
People have to empty their own night jars. That's my point.
Right.
And I'm not planning to work while you watch neither.
Right.
Is that yes or no?
Yeah.
That's half of the day yet. Let's make a start. My name is Ruby. I know I know your name.
the rake. There's there's a rooster devil. I'm sure of it. He's Lucifer himself. I go near him. He's at me with his spurs.
I despise flogging roasters. Where is he? Let's put him in a pot.
Steam, it's so many words that I don't understand.
What are the words, sweetheart?
Rake,
Oh, a rake is,
R-A-K.
yeah, a rake is, it's got things like this in a
Yeah, the
long
tool.
pole, it rakes the leaves.
Got
Yeah,
it.
it's a
Okay.
gardening
I
tool.
wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and what else?
Plowing.
Plowing. So you attach the plow that looks like a rake to a horse, and it plows the land.
You know, it makes it breaks the land
Got
so
it,
you can
got it.
put things in it and then grow.
What else?
Plight.
Plight. I understand plight means I understand the trouble you're in. I understand what you're up against. You're up against it's going to snow. If you don't milk the cow's going to die. If you don't get things planted right now, you're going to die.
Okay, got it. And the last word I say, I don't get it. Spurs. Spurs, like the team.
Rooster. A rooster has spurs. Like, boy, this has been my movement all night for this, right?
Eh,
The rooster has spurs that when you go to catch him, he claws you to death. She takes the rooster and kills it right then and there
okay.
and says, let's put him in. Oh, I couldn't do that. But she's, a matter of fact person. So she really saves you because you don't have any help on that farm and you're all alone. Now, if the two of you want to change roles, do it once and then change the roles, we can also do that too.
Sure, we can try to change the
Because
role.
I
I don't
think
mind.
then you'll see how the other one feels. So let's
Yeah.
do it again. Let me turn.
Always help.
I might do it with everybody tonight. Here we go.
That cow wants milk. If that letter and urgent, the cow is what I'm saying.
I do not know you.
Oh, Lady Swinger says you need some help. So here.
I need help. I do need help, but I need a labor. There is plowing and rough work, and I think there is been misunderstanding.
What's the rake for?
The rake?
And for gardening, that's for sure. Number one, you got a horse. I can plow all day. I'm a worker, okay? Number two, there's no man better than me. There's no man around who ain't old or full or mischief. And I know your plight.
My plight?
Yeah, I'm hard to hear because you keep repeating everything. I'm not looking for money. Okay? Never cared for it, and now it ain't worth nothing. I expect to board and eat at the same table. I'm not a servant. Okay? Do you get my meaning?
You're not a servant.
Yeah, people have always to empty their own night jars. That's my point.
Right.
And I'm not planning to work while you watch me neither.
Right.
Is that a yes or no?
Yes.
So do you know what night jars are? It's where they go pee-pee. They do it in
Oh,
jars, and then they have to, and you're sort of saying, I'm not gonna be emptying your toilet stuff. On
that
cold,
was a long time ago.
yeah, of course, this takes place, I think, what, in the 50s or 40s? Or is it even earlier
Got
than that?
it.
Is it earlier than that, Elena?
I think it's 800, is it 800 something?
Maybe, yeah, I
Oh.
think it's really early on.
It's during the war, right? It's during the Civil War, isn't it?
Yeah, because all the men have gone off to fight.
The
So,
American Civil War.
oh boy. All right, so when I put you guys in to the breakout rooms, a couple things I want you to work on. Elena, I want you to really be as the worker, really tomboyish. Okay? You know,
Okay.
you talk like a man. I want to see you. You got your shoulders up. I want to see that, because that's the kind of girl she is. She's been raised around boys, and she doesn't mess around. And I really like to take a moment and you take that beat and state, I'm not a servant. And then to explain, I want to eat with you, and also you have to work with me. In other words, you can't be all dainty and girl-like. Okay? And
Gotcha.
that your obstacle is, like you said, you don't care about money. You want a roof over your head. You want the fireplace going with lots of wood. And this woman, is going to die if you don't help her. She doesn't have any money anyhow, that. She just doesn't, but she's got livestock, and you can survive with the livestock there, and she's going to die and the livestock's going to die. Okay. Noelle, I think that you need to work on the fact that I like that you're taken aback by her, especially when you say, I don't know you. But I think that, I think at some point you do like her. And I want to see where that point is when you're listening to her, that you like her attitude. You're going to die there, it. All the men had to go and fight war, and they've left you with this small house plantation situation, as if you know what to do, but you can only do maybe one or two things there and survive. It's impossible for you to milk the cow, plow the land, grow the vegetables, and keep it all going. So somewhere in this, you have to find out where you like this woman, and the two of you are going to work well together. Okay?
Got it. Okay.
Okay, kids.
Hey, Tony, you see, I did my nails in blue. I've never done that. And it's so weird. Like when I watch them, I'm like, wow, that's really obvious.
Isn't it
Like
beautiful? It's very
is it?
obvious.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I think it's beautiful on you. And I did mine plain. Mine's all very plain.
But that's what I do usually. I prefer that. But it's summertime, so I was thinking, maybe I will go a little crazy. But
I like that. Are you having fun with it?
I have to adjust because I always do nude or beige usually.
Yeah.
But
What do you think, Elaine? I think it looks really pretty.
I love blue. They really pops up. I have pink.
Oh, you have pink on, you sure
yeah,
do.
that's also my color. That's nice.
I'm not good with pink. I'm sorry. I bought my first pink thing the other day and was like, oh my God, pink. Ugh.
I like
Tony,
pink.
try light pink. It's so beautiful. I always
It
do
is
that
light
because I'm not
pink.
into pink.
It's light
So
pink
nice.
with little flowers all over it. It's very pretty.
Ah, elle est trop mignonne. All right, thank you. All right. See you in the
All
breakout
right, you
room.
two. See you in the breakout room.
See you.
Next. Come on in, you guys. Alicia. and Chris.
All right, I didn't know we were next. All right.
Going with the flow.
Okay, let's, so Chris, have you made any obstacles for yourself?
Well, I mean, seeing how I've seen the movie, my obstacle is that I pretty much have to stall for time to get beat up, but at the same time, like, this is my mom, so like it's making me nervous that she might want to try to do some stuff because she has a little crush on me. So it's very uncomfortable for me.
Oh, yeah, very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Very uncomfortable. And I think the another obstacle is she's putting her hands all over you. So the
Yeah.
obstacle is to physically, keep her away from you. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty dang. It's this is a good comedy scene. It's not so much a laugh out loud scene, but it is pretty funny,
Yeah.
So Alicia, what is your obstacle?
My obstacle is that he doesn't want to make out with me because he knows more than I know about the situation.
And I think you're a really pretty girl and you don't understand why. You know what I mean? It's confusing to you. All the guys would like to kiss you. And the one person who's fallen out of the tree that you're taking care of, he doesn't want anything to do with you physically. So I would imagine, Alyssa, that makes you come on a little bit more to him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so let's cold read it and see.
Okay. Do you mind if we park for a while?
That's a great idea. I love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Marty, you seem so nervous. Is something wrong?
No, Lorraine. What are you doing?
I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink.
Why not?
Because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on a first date?
Well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it. Wait, this isn't right. I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it, but I just know it's wrong. I guess it doesn't make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
That's so cute. Alyssa, can you lower your camera a little bit?
Yeah.
I would like to see you actually kiss him. You know what I mean?
Like
all the way,
I just go way in.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, go way in, like, and that'll give Chris a chance to go, like that, whoa, And Chris, you have to ask yourself, the obstacle is, I think you drove your mother out here. I don't remember. I remember this part, but not all of it. But I think you drove her out here to tell her that she was your mother. Or what is it? Why did you drive?
This part in the scene, because he's trying to get his parents to get together. So he's like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna pretend to take advantage of her, and you're gonna come in and like take me out of the car, pretty much. That's that scene. And then it ends up being Biff that actually takes me out of the car and not his dad.
Oh my God, how horrible. Biff, that's the one everybody hates, who's so funny.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
he's-
hysterical.
Stupid thing.
yeah,
Okay, so that is a whole different thing then. So it's a setup.
yeah.
So
So that's why
maybe-
he's talking about, like, you gotta act a certain way, but then when you're about to do it, you don't know if you can go through with it.
But then maybe, Chris, it would be nice to see you do this.
Oh,
So,
okay. Oh, okay, okay.
you know what I'm saying?
Good.
So we get the illusion that you are with her.
We're in the
And,
car and all that.
Yes.
Okay.
And Alyssa, I liked how you were. I like that she's really trying to seduce him. I think that's really cute the way you were doing it. You could even push it more. Oh, you know what I do when things like that happen? Forget it. You know what I mean? Just change your beat there. I mean, I think it could be really cute. And at the end, when you kiss him, really go for it. Then I can see your eyes open really big and you can push back, Alyssa. Just give us the illusion, and then he'll go back and you'll go back. No, 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 wait. This doesn't feel good. That's funny. Let's try it one more time.
All right. Do you mind if we park?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've ever parked before.
Wait a minute. Start again. Chris, really have fun with that, huh? Huh?
Huh? Okay, okay.
Like, no, almost your voice changes. Do you know what I mean? It's one of
Okay,
those,
cool.
huh? You know,
All right.
you're expecting that.
Go
Here we
again. Do you mind if we park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Marty, you seem so nervous. Is something wrong?
No, Lorraine. Lorraine, what are you doing?
I swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink.
Why not?
Because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on a first date?
Yeah, well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
And you know what I do in those situations? I don't worry about it.
What?
This isn't right. I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it, but I just know it's wrong. I guess that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
Good. So, again, you need to come with your lips like this, honey. Not, I need to see you in camera. It
But-
should be just like a big pair of,
It's hard for me to aim at my camera.
you'll
But I'll
find it.
practice.
Chris, don't forget to, hey, you're still acting cool. You mind we parking in when she goes, yeah, I'd like to. What? Oh,
Okay.
the whole thing is that you're so unprepared for this that, do you know what I mean? And if you could make your voice jump, oh, also, I think you should be sweating. If you have a tissue or something, wiping your
Oh, okay. I'll get like a napkin or something.
no, and I think, Alyssa, it would be really cute that you take your glasses off. I say nothing and take your glasses off, and then we see these big lips, and you could be, Chris backing away from it, and then she kisses you, and your lips should be like this, Chris, or whatever you feel like, and she kisses you. And I think you should be so relieved when she says, I don't know what it is. Do you understand? Yes, yes, yeah,
Totally.
Good
Okay.
work, you guys. Very funny. Good. You guys are getting so good. I love it. All right, next two. Paige. You feeling better now, honey? Well, I can't hear you because your sound isn't on, but
Yes, thank you.
are you feeling better, sweetie?
Yes, thank you.
That stuff will really help you.
Yeah,
Spray it on a
Thank-
couple of times a day.
thank you.
Look at you. Where is your partner?
Eamon, right?
Amen.
Amen.
Turn on your sound, Damon.
Okay.
We're doing the same scene, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. Let me just bring
Let me
up
get my
slides.
prompter up.
Okay. Okay. Ready.
You want me to come in and kiss? Is this good?
Yeah. I
Okay.
think so.
Okay.
Is he to my right or over here?
I'm
He's-
driving the car.
He's to your left. So he's in the driver's seat.
Okay. I just didn't know how it was.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we park for a while?
Oh, that's a great idea. I'd love to
No.
park.
Huh?
I mean, well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Marty, you seem nervous. Is something wrong?
No, Lorraine. Lorraine, what are you doing?
I swiped it from my old lady's cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink
Why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you just don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act when with someone on a first date?
Yeah, but well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
Mm. And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it.
No, bring your lips here.
Uh,
Okay, this isn't right. I don't know what it is, Marty, but when I kiss you, I should have done this before. When I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it. But I don't know. I just know what's wrong. I guess that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense. See,
Okay, so really liked what you both did. love the gum. You shouldn't. I love the gum. I thought you handled the gum perfectly. I'd
I
like
should have
to
taken it out
see-
before I would kiss him, but
I don't know. Maybe it's a thought. Maybe that's a funny bit. Maybe you go, you know what? Yeah, and then put it back. I think you should also take off your glasses.
okay, to
And
kiss him.
Eamon, I think at this point, can you get closer, Eamon? You're so far away. I think at this point, you
So
start
far
to
away
really
from me.
freak out a little bit. You see
What?
those. I think when she takes off her glasses and she's starting to kiss you,
Yeah.
you have to let her kiss you. Do you know what I'm saying? It comes at you. So you're not puckered up, you're just like up like this. Eamon, look at me. You're like, almost like, yeah, like, oh my God.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, just like, no, your mouth isn't open. It wouldn't be open at that point. Yeah, it's like,
Oh,
yeah, she's kissing you and it's like, mother. And then when she says to you, do you understand? I really think you're friggin' relieved. So for you, I would use your glasses. You're both wearing glasses, which is really funny. Where are you looking, Eamon? I can't, there you go. Look into the camera. I think you should, you're saying, well, when you do something and, you should, I think you're cleaning your glasses. It would give you kind of a fun, just with your t-shirt. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
And you're talking to her, cleaning your glasses and you need to take off your gum. I love the gum chewing. I think it's hysterical. I think when you come in for the kill. I mean, because Eamon I don't think you expect this from your mother. You expect her to say, no, I can't kiss you. I'm
Funny.
your mom was such a prude, when you were growing up, that this is just, you're just really friggin' uncomfortable with the whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And Biff comes in and it's even worse. Do you ever see this movie?
Yes.
Oh, I love this movie. I just saw Michael Fox today. Not a pretty picture.
Oh, I just saw
How's he
his
doing?
Not good.
in person. You saw him.
No, I saw him on TV being interviewed.
Mm.
Lovely, lovely,
I-
lovely man.
I
But-
saw his documentary.
Ugh,
It's very hard.
must be.
Yeah, very difficult.
So, Eamon, you have to come a little bit closer because this is where you are right now. Eamon, this is what
Yeah.
you look at me. You're way back.
Yeah.
It's more intimate. Yeah, there you go. It's more intimate. Love
arm
the
wrestling.
hair, love, and I would really have even more fun with her page. Sometimes, you know what I mean? She has an attitude, especially popping the gum. You guys want to try it again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I need to get a flask. I have a flask downstairs.
What about a perfume bottle? Nobody's going to tell.
Oh, okay. Hang on.
So, Eamon, what is your obstacle? This is your mother, and you don't expect her. It's easy.
You've got yeah, I'm hoping to get him get what's his name, George McFly, to step in and make her fall in love with him.
Right.
And there's a lot at stake here. If they don't ever get together,
You
I'll
won't
never be-
exist.
I'll just
I'll
use
cease to
Robitussin.
exist.
Nobody knows.
But I think the thing that's funny about this scene is that she's so forward and pushy to you. And I think you don't expect this, and it's making you so uncomfortable. And so, what? You smoke? I mean, everything she's doing is everything you'd never expect to see your mother do.
Yeah. Mhm.
And, Paige, play with that. Have real fun with that. Oh, come on. You're like so. Your mom, your mom's acting really easy. This is something no boy wants to see.
I'm just gonna use
Go ahead. Nobody can see it.
Okay,
All right, so let's start it again.
Mhm.
hang on. Let me get back to my prompter. Okay.
Ready?
Mhm.
Do you mind if we park for a while?
I think that's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, I mean, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
You seem so nervous. Is something wrong?
No, Lorraine, Lorraine, what are you doing?
Well, I swiped it from my old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
You might regret it later in life. Jesus, you smoke too?
My God, you're beginning to sound like my mom. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, it's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where you have to act in a certain way when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
Oh my God. What? Yeah. You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on the first date?
Well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
Mm-hmm. And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
Don't worry about it. Okay. This isn't right. I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It's like, I don't know, it feels like I'm kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it. I guess it just doesn't make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
Okay.
Scene.
Eamon, don't call scene so fast.
I'm so sorry. I
What?
didn't know my
Okay.
phone. I didn't know my phone was turned on.
We didn't know it. We didn't even know it, baby.
Oh my God,
Well,
it like threw
Eamon,
me.
I may have given you a little bit wrong advice. And I apologize. I just
Put my
think you're
glasses on.
frozen. You're like, you're not making it sound as like, whatever, you're frozen, honey. When she comes in,
Oh, oh, okay. All right.
and then you have to kind of unfreeze yourself, with what, like a, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Okay. Because
Okay.
otherwise I had you making too much of a face. Funny. I think you should take your glasses off before you,
Yeah, before I try and kiss him.
yeah, because he's got glasses on too.
Yeah, it's like
Clank, clank, clank. That was excellent, Paige. I loved what you did with her. I think she's very, very funny.
okay.
And maybe if you want to, you go and put it on your.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's everything. Yeah, she's everything he never expected his
Yeah,
mother to
just
be. It's like a nightmare. But it's a funny scene, the two of you. So when I put you in
just
break room,
relax.
find some more physical stuff you guys can do. Okay.
You got it.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Next. Barbara Attell. Looking very fine, I may say.
You,
Thank you, darling. Next time we go down the end of the month, I want to come by your house first, okay?
please do.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be playing there that much longer.
Mm.
Andy. All right, let's see how this goes. Wait, tell me your obstacle, Barbara.
I want him to see me. See me, really see me. I love him and he doesn't see me.
Okay. And, oh, we didn't tell Barbara the compliment she got last week. Last week I asked them what scene they liked the best, and they all said your scene.
What?
Yeah. Even though Paige did a brilliant rendition, and she did, everybody voted yours.
Wow. Thank you, everybody.
See, isn't that sweet?
Very. Thanks.
Yes. All right. So, Andy, what's your obstacle, if any? Which I think I know.
I would just like to have a relaxing rest of my night. I am dead tired. And I don't want to talk or think or anything.
Well, welcome to the club of men, right? All right, here we go.
Let me guess. Unexpected fare.
Yeah, she had me going up and down for hours.
Supposed to be funny because it is so very not. Hey, I'm not kidding, Alfie. I'm not kidding. I hate you sometimes.
You have a very ostentatious way of showing it.
Yeah, I sure do.
No, darling, can we hit pause? I just need a second to unwind. Oh, I nicked half a bottle of Stoli from the limo. How do you want yours? On the rocks?
Usual. Alfie, I went straight up.
No, I'm so totally knackered. I'll make it up to you in the morning. Cross my heart. But tonight, all I'm good for is a bite to eat, a hot bath, and a nice, long sleep.
You know, this isn't a Holiday Inn, Alfie.
What's that again?
Hey, where were you tonight? I mean, really.
We've got to open a restaurant. This is seriously delicious.
It's just chilly. Thanks. Hey, a little eye contact, please. We have something here, or am I just a glorified booty call?
Hey, hey. Here's what she's really saying. She wants me to commit. Translation, become domestified. Now, it doesn't do to become dependent on anybody in this life. Change your nature and you're a dead man. Chili, please. Don't get me wrong, she's adorable. Cute? Absolutely. But is it ever enough? I told you how we men are. We want showstoppers, and the problem is Julie hasn't gotten enough of the superficial things that really matter. Oh, I don't deserve you.
Well, that's probably true. Too bad I love you.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Alfie.
What?
See, oh, you're giving me this thanks, babe. Oh, you're giving me the thanks, babe.
Calm down.
Don't tell me to calm down. I know how you feel.
Wait a minute. You're gonna wake up Max. Hey, little man, did we wake you up? Now, lads, learn from my mistake. Never get involved with a single mom. See, they come with accessories, some of which can be, unfortunately, irresistible. See.
Okay. Very difficult to do this scene. I think you both did a really good job. So Barbara, you can't hear what he's saying. So you need to be doing something, like maybe filing your nails while he's talking, or just something a little bit, or working with your earrings, or just a little bit, or maybe plumping up your
Okay.
Um, and I think that'll work so much better for you. I think, but you had her right. Andy, you got to do what's called a soto voice, so that your voice when you talk to Barbara is different than the voice you use talking to the camera.
Mhm.
And it's a more intimate voice. So what's really happening is you never get involved with a single woman with a child. Hey, honey, how's the child? Do you see what I'm saying? So let's try this again. So we see that soda voice. All right, Andy?
So wait, more intimate talking to Barbara and then not as intimate to the camera? Or is it the other way around?
To explain yourself, what you're using is to explain yourself to the camera. So, hi, my name is Toni Attell, and I'm really enjoy talking to you. Hey, Barb, how you doing? Andy, it's great to see you again. There's a difference in tonality when you talk directly to to a camera or to the audience. So really, what he means, what I'm trying to say is, you don't want to meet a woman with her own child. Honey, I'm tired. Do you see what I'm saying? Can you see the change between the voices? Soto means that you change your voice a little bit. So let's see it again.
Do you want us to start from the top?
Yeah.
Or from a certain place?
Now from the top.
Let me guess. Unexpected last minute fare.
Yeah, she had me going up and down for hours.
That's supposed to be funny because it is so very not. Hey, I'm not kidding, Alfie. I'm not kidding. I hate you sometimes.
You have a very ostentatious way of showing it.
Yeah, I sure do.
No, darling, can we hit pause? I just need a second to unwind. Oh, I nicked half a bottle of Stoli from the limo. How do you want yours? On the rocks?
Usual, Alfie. Straight up.
No, I'm so totally knackered. I'll make it up to you in the morning, cross my heart. But tonight, all I'm good for is a bite to eat, a hot bath, and a nice long sleep.
You know, this isn't a Holiday Inn, Alfie.
What's that again?
Where were you tonight, really?
You have got to open a restaurant. That's seriously delicious.
Thanks, Alfie. It's just chilly. Hey, a little eye contact, please. Do we have something here, or am I just a booty call?
Hey, hey. Here's what she's really saying. She wants me to commit. Translation, become domestified. Now, it doesn't do anybody to become dependent on anybody in this life. Change your nature, you're a dead man. Chili, please. Don't get me wrong, she's adorable. Cute? Absolutely. But is it ever enough? I told you how we met her. We want showstoppers. And the problem is, Julie hasn't got enough of the superficial things that really matter. Oh, I don't deserve you.
That's probably true. Too bad I love you.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Alfie.
What?
Alfie, you giving me a thanks, babe? Thanks, babe? You giving me the thanks, babe?
Calm down. Calm down.
Tell me to calm down. I know how you feel.
Wait a minute. You're gonna wake up Max. Hey, little man. Did we wake you up? Now, Max, learn from my mistake. Never get involved with a single mom. See, they come with accessories, some of which can be, unfortunately, irresistible. See?
Okay, so Barb, perfect, except in that last part, put your attention to your little child.
That's what I thought I was doing when I was looking over here.
Well, you were listening to him for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And I just don't want you to listen to him at all. It's like Josh. The minute the child walks in, all attention, kissing, whatever. Okay.
Right.
And then as he's addressing, you don't hear him at all. You never do. And Andy, that's when this was a very famous film. Did you either one?
Mhm.
Great movie. Michael Caine got his start doing Alfie.
Mm-hmm.
Good movie.
Liza Minnelli.
Pardon me, sorry?
Liza Minnelli was Julie.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't?
I don't know. I think you mean Julie Christie or someone else. No, Liza
Julia
Minnelli.
Roberts.
Who was it?
Julia Roberts was yeah, she was one of the people, wasn't it?
Who?
No, no,
Yeah,
no, come
Julia
on.
Roberts, but it wasn't Liza Minnelli in it.
No, it's the girl that's married to the ballerina that was in the Black Swan. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to the new one. I'm sorry. Say goodbye to me. Bye.
Bye.
No, because maybe it was because Liza Minnelli sang the song. What's it all about, Alfie?
Did she sing that song?
No, she didn't sing
Uh-huh.
the song. That was Cher. Please. Big difference.
Cher.
Cher.
No.
Cher
That was
didn't do
Cher.
that.
Cher. Cher.
No.
Wasn't?
Yes, it was Cher. Yes.
No. Maybe she sang it later, but
No. She sung it in the film. I think she did.
Wait a minute.
Shelley Winters?
Siri, who sang What's It All About, Alfie, in the original movie?
I believe it was Cher, but I'll look it up.
It says
to Austin Powers and Goldmember, in which Kane.
shit, that doesn't. Anybody get it? It's What's It All
I'm gonna
About?
look at it now because it's one of my favorite songs.
Was it just for that? It's in English. I thought like a Julie London or someone.
No. Am I still on? Okay, I'm sorry. Good. I'm glad I'm still there. I'm pretty sure it was Cher. Let's see. Who sung the title? Who sung it?
Who sung the title to Alfie?
Okay.
Here's what I found from Wikipedia.
Oh my
The title
God.
song, Alfie, written
Was
by Burt
Cher.
Bacharach and Hal David, was sung by Cher over the film's closing credits in the US release, reaching number 32 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart.
God, you're right.
wow. I had no idea.
I had no idea it was her.
Well, you have to be as old as me to know. Go on.
Carolyn, stop it. Wow, I never knew that. Okay, so work on that when you get in there. And the soda voice was much better, Andy.
Why does it say Cecilia Black?
Huh?
She didn't do it in the film, though. She didn't do it in the film.
Or Celia
A lot of
Black,
people
Alfie
recorded it.
Live.
No,
A
Cher
lot
was
of
good.
people have
Cher did it
covered
in the
that
film.
song since.
Okay, I'm out.
All right, last two. Come on in, Carolyn. Was it just for the moment we missed?
One of the best Burt Bacharach songs ever written. It's his
All
best-
about
That's his favorite song. That was his
when you
favorite song.
sorted out, Alfie.
Turn
You
off
got
your-
it.
Turn off your camera, Barb.
Are we supposed to go into a room or something?
Not yet. We still have two more to do. One more to do.
Oh, okay.
Just shut off your camera, honey.
My
Did
cat-
you know Burt Bacharach, Carolyn?
Pardon me?
Did you know him?
I met him. I did. I met him at a Stevie Wonder, at an evening with Stevie Wonder at the Ebell Theater. I was so honored. But you know what I said to him? I said, I met him through one of my coworkers. I said to him that it's not me that's so happy to meet you. I'm happy for my parents that I'm with you. Yeah, I loved his writing. He was one of my favorite songwriters. Very special guy.
Did I ever tell you that I used to do 1940s characters like Fibber McGee and Molly and Vic and Sadie and George Burns and Gracie Allen
Oh my
down
goodness.
at the Variety Arts Theater downtown,
No.
and they had a big party up in Pasadena, and there was a guy sitting at a piano,
Uh-huh.
and he started playing "It's a Small World After All."
Uh-huh.
And I was sitting on the piano stool, and he just sat down next to me and played it. And he got all through, and everybody clapped. And I said very softly to him, "I hate that song. Makes children cry at Disneyland when they see all automated." And he looked at me and he said, "I wrote that."
Oh, oh
He
my
said, "My
God.
brother
Well,
and I wrote all the songs for Disney." And I was so embarrassed. I said, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Truly, I'm sorry." And then they had another party like 4 years later. And I
yeah.
walked in and he was standing against the wall and he pointed directly to me
Oh,
in front of everybody. And he said, "She's the one who said she hated my song."
oh my God. He never forgot. I guess you don't forget things like that, do you? Oh my goodness.
I must have been the only person who did not like that song. It's a small world after all.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's not my favorite song either.
No,
But
I
Hate
hate
that
that.
song. I want to kill myself when I hear that song.
I hate that song. All right, here we go, kids. Carolyn looked
Oh
up
my
right
God,
at
I'm
the
lost now.
camera. Don't get off
Okay.
key now. You
Okay.
got the cat on your lap.
Okay, I know. I'll forget. We'll see. Let's how good.
Here we go.
Right.
Kenny's to your left.
Okay, to my left. Do you want to come in?
Sure.
Sit down. Want a drink?
You got soda?
What were you like when you were younger?
Oh, well, I wasn't much different.
I believe that about you. I've been thinking about you a lot. It's crazy. In my car, lying in bed. I've just never gone out with somebody like you. I mean, with all the other men, there was so much to hide. I feel like I can tell you anything.
Susan, there's something I think I should tell you.
What? You want the light on? Josh, what's wrong? What is it?
I haven't told you something because I didn't think that you're going to believe me. And even if you did believe me, I didn't think that you're going to like it anymore. So,
Oh, honey, come here. You can tell me anything. What?
Susan, I'm not what you think I am.
What do you mean?
Before I met you, I was in Little League. I was in Little League and I rode my bike to school and I played with my friends and hung out with them. And
Josh, what are you talking about?
I want to go home. I miss my family, Susan. And I want to go home.
Oh my God, you're married.
No.
I knew that this was too good to be true. I knew that there had to be something wrong.
No, I'm not. I'm not married. Susan, I'm not married.
You're not?
No, I'm a child.
What?
I'm a child, Susan. And I'm not ready for all of this.
No, I understand. I'm not ready to make a commitment.
Well, you see what happened. No, no.
You're trying to tell me you don't understand? And that you're 13 years old? And who isn't? You think that I'm not frightened like a kid inside me too?
No, I mean, I'm really 13. I went to bed. See, I went to bed one night and was a kid and when I woke up the next morning, I was a grown up.
Oh, right. And yesterday I was a schoolgirl with pigtails. See, why are you doing this to me, Josh?
There was this carnival in New Jersey. I made a wish to a machine. It was called Zalton machine.
Stop it.
It was called a Zalton machine. It had a body and head and looked like just like a devil. And you got a quarter in the devil's mouth. You can make wish. And I did. And I made a wish to be big. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's all. I changed it into the grown up, but I'm really just a kid.
Fine, Josh, you're a kid. Look, I really don't know what you're trying to tell me, but we have a big presentation to make tomorrow. So I'm just going to go to bed. Scene.
Kenny, did you get lost a little bit?
Yeah, because I think she skipped a line and I have no idea. Should I skip that? Yes. So I was kind of waiting
I'm
for.
sorry.
No, I don't think Carolyn skipped a line because she said you're telling me that you're 13.
Yeah, that's the word got skipped. Because
Yeah.
before that, there was a line got skipped.
Yeah, I'm not ready to
And I
accept
went-
the responsibility, but I thought I said that, but that's right.
You
Yes.
did say that. No,
I
Kenny.
did say that.
No, there's a
Kenny,
line
you
before
skipped
that.
a line.
Yeah.
You skipped a line about how old you were.
Yes, because she passed that line already. So I never got. So I have to say the line following
No,
that
no,
line.
So-
Yeah.
Watch it.
Excuse me. So
Yeah.
when that happens, and it will happen,
Yes.
then Kenny, what you should do
Uh-huh.
is just say, yes, just like I said, I'm only 13, because
Okay.
it'll help her. Otherwise, we were like, huh, where did it come in?
Yes.
What I'm saying. So
Uh-huh.
just be prepared to repeat the line. I
Yeah.
mean, no, there's no grief in that. No director or anybody will get upset about that. I mean, if they do, they do, but at least you're covering your own base with it. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Okay, so
Okay.
I'd like you to talk a little bit younger, Kenneth.
Okay.
Kind of like, rubbing your head and like a 13-year-old boy would, I'm when you begin to tell her you're 13.
Okay.
I'll
That
try
the
not to.
13 comes back to you at that point. Before
Okay.
you're just trying to, you're very stiff when she says, would you like to come in? Do you want the light on or off? I mean, Kenny, you're just like, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I'm really not ready for this.
Okay.
You're just like dying there. It's, you know what I mean? You're a 13-year-old boy who's
And
in
Kenny,
his
you know what?
wildest,
Wait.
I'm sorry, in his wildest dreams, he would like a woman just like Carolyn, but he's a nerdy little 13-year-old. So this is even worse. This is like, you have no idea what Carolyn.
There's a scene on the first page. There's a part in the first page where he says, Susan, there's something I think I should tell you. And she says, what? And I turned on, and then I gave I blew a kiss to him. And then I turned off the light. And
Well,
then
then you should do that.
and then I turned it back on. You want the light on? I don't know if I didn't tell him that.
I
was
don't think you should turn the light
I
off
won't turn it off.
because
Okay.
then we lose you.
Yeah,
But
okay.
I'm saying,
All right. All right. Okay.
Do
I
that,
just didn't know what to do because it was there, and so I did it, but I won't do it.
I mean, I thought it was a good idea, but then we didn't see you.
Yeah. Well,
Then you came back kind of blurry and then,
oh, okay. Then I won't do it. I'm sorry.
just make it a question.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Good.
think there's something even scarier. about saying, do you want the light on
Uh-huh.
and or off? And have your hand raised to do it so Kenny can react with, Kenny, you got to react to that. My God, she's asked, she's going to take off her clothes in the next 10 seconds. You
Kind of
don't
like
know what to do.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
All right.
So Carolyn,
Yes.
I liked it. And I liked that you had feeling about it. What I wasn't sure about, and I need to ask you, is do you think that you begin to suspect as he starts getting more and more nervous that there might be something wrong with him?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
he's telling the truth.
yeah,
I'd like to see that then.
yeah. I think so. Oh, okay. Good, good. Yeah. All
So
right.
instead of being disgusted with him at the end, maybe be a little understand. It's okay. I'm going to go to bed and turn off the light so that
Okay.
he can go or stay, whatever
Yeah.
you think will make him more comfortable.
Yeah.
Kenny, you need to be a lot more uncomfort.
Okay.
Okay, so
I hope
here
I
we
don't-
go.
Right. All right. You want to come in?
Sure.
Sit down. Want a drink?
You got soda?
What were you like when you were younger?
Well, I wasn't much different.
I believe that about you. I've been thinking a lot about you lately. It's crazy. In the car, lying in bed. I've never gone out with anybody like you. I mean, with all the other men, there was so much to hide. I feel like I can tell you everything.
Susan, there's some I think I should tell you.
Mm. You want the light on? Josh, what's wrong? What is it?
I haven't told you something because I didn't think that you're going to believe me. And even if you did believe me, I didn't think I don't think you're gonna like it.
Oh,
So
honey, come here. You can tell me anything. What?
Susan, I'm not what you think I am.
What do you mean?
Before I met you, I was in Little League. I was in Little League and I rode my bike to school and I played with my friends and hung out with them. And
Josh, what are you trying to tell me? What are you talking about?
I want to go home. I miss my family, Susan, and I want to go home.
Oh my God, are you married?
No.
I knew this was too good to be true. I knew that there had to be something.
No, I'm not. I'm not married. Susan, I'm not married.
You're not?
No. I'm a child.
What?
I'm a child, Susan. And I'm not ready for all of this.
That's fine. That's just great.
Well, you see what happened?
No, I understand. I'm not ready to make a commitment.
No. No, you don't understand. I mean, I'm 13 years old.
And who isn't? You think there isn't a frightened kid inside of me too?
No, I mean, I'm really 13. I went to bed. See, I went to bed one night and I was a kid. And when I woke up in the morning, I was a grown up.
Oh, right. And just yesterday, I was a schoolgirl with pigtails. Why are you doing this, Josh?
No, there was this carnival in New Jersey. I made a wish to the machine. It was called the Zolta machine.
Oh, stop it.
It was called a Zolta machine. It had a body and head and it looked like a devil. And you got a quarter and you put it in the devil's mouth. You can make a wish. And I did. And I made a wish to be big. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I changed it into a grown up, but I'm really just a kid.
Fine, Joss, you're a kid. Look, I really don't know what you're trying to tell me. All I know is that we have a big presentation to get through tomorrow, and I'm going to sleep.
Okay, even more.
Yes,
You
I'm
go
sorry
in?
that yeah.
Even more, Kenny. You know, when you
Okay.
start, I want to
Okay.
see you turn into a 13-year-old kid.
Okay.
No, you know,
That's an 8-year. That's an 8-year-old.
whatever.
Uh,
But you're frustrated because how do you tell someone this? You're frustrated.
all right.
Oh, I'm 13. I'm 13. I got to see that because it'll be really cute for you, Kenny. And
Okay.
Carolyn, that was much better, but I think I need to see you.
More compassionate at the end.
No, I'm not
No?
sure. I think
Okay.
that's got to be your choice. I'm sorry I even said that to you.
No, it's okay.
I mean, it really has to be your choice of what you're feeling. I felt that you genuinely worked your way to that. So I bought it.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I bought it. It was like, I think you if that's the choice you're going to make, you got to start at why are you doing this to me? Because this is really upsetting to you. First of all, you never sleep with a coworker. Second of all, you're really interested in him and you think there's something there. And third of all, you're completely confused by what this dude is doing.
Yeah.
You've had the most wonderful, magical day with him. And, and at the end, you do help him, which is very sweet.
Wonderful.
All right, so everybody come back. I'm going to put you into your rooms. Come on back. You guys all did really good work tonight. I'm really happy with this. I think in a couple of weeks, we're going to do monologues again. Because
Alfie wrote that film. That was the
Glasses are so crooked. It's weird. What happened? What happened?
so in room 1, Alyssa, you were with Chris Perez. You're going to go into room 1. Room 2, Barbara, you were with
Andy.
Andy, right?
Oh my God, Gary Marshall.
Room 3. Oh, what happened? Oh, I put the wrong person. Hold on. Oh, what? I'm going to delete that room. Yeah, just because, okay.
Where's Eamon?
I'm here. I just I don't know how to get the video back on.
Barbara, Andy.
I just want to make sure you're okay.
Room 4, I'm going to put Carolyn Lorenzo and Kenneth. Eamon is going to be with Paige in room 5, and in room 6, Noel and Yelena. All right, it's 9:06. How long do you guys want?
15 minutes? 10 minutes? 15 minutes?
15 minutes.
10, 15.
15 would be 5.
That's what we usually have, right?
Yeah, 15 minutes.
Okay.
So 9:20, is that right?
Yeah.
That's 14. Okay, and then Noel, you go first. All right, take your rooms. Mhm. Mhm.
Hello, Toni.
Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually taking vacation this week, so I feel more relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Forget about us.
forget about what? Relaxed?
No, us, because you said 15.
What? So what's the problem?
No,
No,
we're
but there
so
is no
we're so
problem. But it was supposed to be over at 20 and it's 27. So we thought you forgot about bringing
No,
us back.
no, I'm sitting right here.
no. We just were thinking, we just thinking, maybe you forgot to press a button. So that's all.
No, I've been sitting right here.
Hello,
All right,
everybody.
so let's have Noelle and Yelena go first.
Right.
Turn off our, so Noelle can get to work.
Oh, that's fine. That's just great.
What's wrong, Carolyn?
I'm sorry, goodbye.
All right, kids.
That cow wants milking. If that letter ain't urgent, the cow is what I'm saying.
I don't know you.
Old lady swear said you need some help. Here I am.
Well, yeah, I need help. I do need help, but I need a laborer. There's plowing and rough work, and I think there's must be a misunderstanding here.
What's the rake for?
The rake?
And for gardening, for sure. Number one, you got a horse I can plow all day. I'm a worker. Number two, there is no better man than me. 'Cause there is no man around who are not old or full of mischief. I know your plight.
My plight?
Am I hard to hear? 'Cause you keep on repeating everything. I'm not looking for money, never cared for it. And now it even worse, anything. I expect to board and eat at the same table. I'm not a servant. Do you get my point?
You're not a servant.
People have to empty their own night jar. That's my point.
Right.
And I'm not planning to work while you watch neither.
Right.
Is it yes or no?
Yeah.
There's half a day left. Let's make it worth it. My name Robbie. I know your name.
The rake. Okay. There's a rooster devil, and I'm sure of it. He's Lucifer himself. I go near him, he's at me with his purse.
I despise flogging roosters. Where is he? Well, let's put him in a pot.
Scene.
Interesting. You know, Noelle, you didn't have a big role. And a lot of people could argue about that. However, even in the cold reading of it, which I'm sure is a scene that they had everybody do, you did a really good job of listening. So I'm sorry. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the fact that you didn't make a big deal about it not being a big role. But it was. It actually was the star of the movie. So I really appreciated you just going with it and doing it. And you listened really good. And Yelena, I thought that what you did was very interesting. I mean, you took control right away, which made her off balance, which I liked a lot. It's like, let's get going now. How'd you guys feel with it? I mean, it's weird to do a scene where you're not talking that much. You're just saying like one word, yes, no. Those are the hardest scenes to do, Noelle.
Yeah, but I don't honestly, I don't mind because I feel like it depends. Sometimes you have more lines, sometimes you have less. I really don't mind.
Yeah, and I appreciate that about you because I could really see what you were thinking and you were listening to her, and it was great. That's the hardest thing to do is not have a lot to
Yeah, I
say.
think it's hard. You taught us how to listen, you know. You were always telling us to always do something. So
So
thank you.
just listen. Yeah, and Yelena, there was just a couple of words I didn't get at the very beginning. So I want you to concentrate on if you don't understand or how to pronounce something, ask me. You know.
Okay. No,
Uh,
it's not that I don't know how to pronounce them. It's just sometimes I think my speech slurs, you know,
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. It's slurred.
it's slurred.
So then what I want you to do is just go slower at the beginning,
Okay.
you know, because going faster, you sound very intelligent, but this is not about intelligence. It's about stubborn two women who are fighters to survive.
Okay.
It was just at the very beginning. It was like maybe your second line, Elena.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
just be aware of that. Very good.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
go
you,
to
Toni.
work.
Thank
All
you.
right, I'll see you. And
Good
just so you know, I'll be watching the video online, even though I'm not
girl.
in the class.
What do you mean you're not in the class?
Like last week and this week, because I'm working these 2 weeks on Tuesday, I leave the class early, but I always watch the full class on
Good.
YouTube afterwards.
Good. Proud of
So
you.
I'll watch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye,
kid.
Bye-bye,
Noel.
everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.
All right, next two. Oh, look at the heart. Did
Oh,
you
that's
put
for
that
no.
there, Alyssa?
What?
That's- You put the heart up there? That was sweet.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Back to the future.
Okay, doke. Do you do you mind if we park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
Go back, stop, and start. I'm sorry, Chris, you gotta act like you just went, huh, like it meant nothing, but it's like, huh?
Okay.
It's that threw you off right away, okay?
Okay. Cool.
Here you go. Start again. And I like the arm out.
Do you mind if we park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
Marty, you seem so nervous. Is something wrong?
No, Lorena. What are you doing?
Swiped it from the old lady's liquor cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink
Why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
Marty, you're beginning to sound just like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you have to act a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like how you're supposed to act with someone on a first date?
Well, sort of.
I think I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
And you know what I do in those situations?
What?
I don't worry about it. This isn't right. I don't know what it is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it, but I just know it's wrong. I guess that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
That was so cute. I mean, it really worked this time, didn't it? See, the more nervous you get, Chris, the funnier it gets, you know? And really, the gulping and all that, that's what it needs. And Alyssa being smooth and, come on, Marty, just hysterical. Good work. Did you guys feel good about it?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Tons of fun.
Good work, guys. That was really
Thanks,
cute.
Mason.
Next. Here's Paige,
Sorry, you guys, I had to go deal with something.
but we don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were calling me or something. I was like, ah.
Oh, I said there's Paige.
Oh, okay. I thought I
There's
heard you
Eamon.
calling me
Get
from the.
closer. Get closer, Eamon. Get closer, baby.
I must have heard you. I was
Yeah.
all the way in the other room and I was like, uh-oh, I gotta go.
Mhm.
Still talking to my daughter. Okay, hang on. Let me switch things around for a second. Give me 1 second. Hiding self. Putting at the is it full screen? Okay. Cool.
Right.
Set, yes, sir. Oh, I don't have my gum. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Just like an eraser.
Yep.
There you go.
Do you mind if we park for a while?
That's a great idea. I'd love to park.
Huh?
Well, I mean, Marty, I'm almost 18 years old. It's not like I've never parked before.
What?
You seem so nervous. Is something wrong?
No, Lorraine, what are you doing?
What? I swiped it from my old lady's cabinet.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't drink
Oh my God. Why not?
because you might regret it later in life.
Marty, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
Jesus, you smoke too?
You're starting to sound like my mother. Marty, why are you so nervous?
Well, Lorraine, geez, that's hard for me to say. Have you ever been in a situation where, well, you know you have to act in a certain way, but when you get there, you don't know if you can go through with it?
You mean like when you're on a first date?
Well, sort of.
Yeah. I mean, I know exactly what you mean.
You do?
Yeah, I know what I do in those situations.
What?
I don't worry about it. Okay. This isn't right. I don't know what this is, but when I kiss you, something's wrong. It almost feels like I was kissing my brother or my father. I don't understand it. But I just know it's wrong. I guess that doesn't make any sense, does it?
Believe me, it makes perfect sense.
Good.
Scene.
Good. So, Paige, you got lost for 1 second, but you picked it right up.
Yeah, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. You picked it up. I mean, I appreciate it that you picked it up. In other words, you guys, you can always make mistakes because it's natural. We do make mistakes. But if you fill it, like
Okay.
Paige, she filled it with the character thinking and, looking around, and she filled it. Nobody will ever get mad at you. Nobody will ever say,
Okay.
say speed it up a bit, because, director has,
Yeah.
but really good. And I love the character you portrayed, Paige. Funny, very cute. And Eamon, when she kissed you, you were hysterical. That was really funny. It was
good.
very funny. You both took my direction beautifully, so thank you.
Oh, good.
It was
Yeah.
a good comedy scene. I'm glad.
It was
I
a
liked both.
it was a lot of props together, close together. It was like, whoop, cigarette. It's like trying-
That's when you lost it, because you had to
Yeah.
cut that, and then you were lighting the cigarette, and then
I did it too soon. Yeah.
he couldn't say, "Oh my God, you're smoking," till you started smoking. But it was funny. You both made it work. So
Okay. Sorry.
if you make it work, I'm happy.
Okay, good. You're happy. I'm happy.
Oh, good.
Me too. Happy.
We're happy people.
Happy people. Thank
Okay.
you.
You're welcome. Next, Barbara Attell. And Andy Karnick. Here we go.
Let me guess. Unexpected last minute fare.
Yeah, she had me going up and down for hours.
Supposed to be funny because it is so very not. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. I hate you sometimes.
You have a very ostentatious way of showing it.
Yeah, I sure do. I sure do.
No, darling, can we hit pause? I just need a second to unwind. Oh, I nicked half a bottle of Stoli from the limo. How do you want yours? On the rocks?
Just want my usual straight up, Alfie.
No, I'm so totally knackered. I'll make it up to you in the morning. Cross my heart. But tonight, all I'm good for is a bite to eat, a hot bath, and a nice, long sleep.
This isn't a Holiday Inn.
What's that again?
Where were you tonight? I mean, really.
You've got to open a restaurant. That's seriously delicious.
Thanks, Alfie. It's just chilly. Hey, a little eye contact, please. Do we have something here, or am I just a glorified booty call? Huh?
Hey. Here's what she's really doing. She wants me to commit. Translation, become domestified. Now, it doesn't do one to become dependent on anybody in life. Change your nature and you're a dead man. Chili, please. Don't get me wrong, she's adorable. Cute? Absolutely. But is it ever enough? I told you how we men are. We want showstoppers. And the problem is, Julie hasn't got enough of the superficial things that really matter. Oh, I don't deserve you.
Yeah, that's probably true. It's too bad I love you.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Alfie. Alfie.
What?
Alfie. You're giving me the thanks, babe? Oh, God. You're giving me the thanks, babe.
Calm down.
Tell me to calm down. I know how you feel.
Wait a minute. you're gonna wake up Max. Hey, little man, did we wake you up? Now, lads, learn from my mistake. Never get involved with a single mom. See, they come with accessories, some of which can be unfortunately irresistible.
No, that was nice. Thank you both for taking my direction, Barbara. That was really good when you started working with your child, and and all the times that you weren't hearing it. But what I really liked was the part where you said, "Oh, you're using, thank you, babe," and you started to break down. Oh, thank you, babe. That was perfect. That was so perfect, Barbara. I loved it. And Andy, the fact that, you just glossed over it, and did your sodo to the audience, really well done. Really well done. But that's a wonderful, Barbara, you found, in every script they say there's one perfect moment. There's one moment for the actress. That was your moment. And you found it, and it was really great. And for the actor, he was you were casual, and he was like, she's cute, she's adorable, but really nice work. How'd you guys both feel?
Yeah,
Good?
I thought it was good. I was telling Barbara in the breakout room, but I like the actions that you were doing, Barbara, when I was talking to the camera, and
Yeah.
that helped me a lot.
It really made a big difference, Barbara. Thank you for doing that.
Well, that was your suggestion, your direction, and it helped me too. Because
That's
I got to prepare. I'm getting ready to totally put him on the spot and seduce him if he can be seduced, And so that was a good help for me. Thank you.
Yeah, and especially when you realized that he wasn't going to. It was just wonderful. You really got it there. It
I mean,
was-
I felt like I was laying there naked. I mean, I was, laying there naked, waiting for him. And I said, it's too bad I love you. And he said, thanks, babe. And it was just like, shit.
Oh God, that's
Ugh.
it's sad what Alfie does to all the women in this. Just
Mhm.
sad. But good work.
Thank you.
Next,
Thank you,
Barbara.
Andy.
and here we go. Come on in, Carolyn and Kenny. Here we go, Kenneth. There you go.
Hold on, this hour.
These were really good scenes tonight.
Okay.
Okay.
Put out my.
You want to come in?
Hold on, I'm not ready.
Okay.
Give a second. Okay.
You want
Right.
to come in?
Sure.
Sit down. Would you like a drink?
You got soda?
What were you like when you were younger?
Well, I wasn't much different.
I believe I believe that about you. I've been thinking about you a lot. I've been thinking about you in the car and lying in bed. I've just never met anybody like you before. I mean, with all the other men, there was always something to hide. And with you, I could just tell you anything.
Susan,
Mhm.
there's something I think I should tell you.
What? You want me to turn off the light? Josh, what's wrong? What is it?
I haven't told you something because I don't think that you were gonna like it. And even if you believe me, I didn't think you were gonna like me anymore. So
Honey, come here. Come and tell me something. What?
Susan, I'm not what you think I am.
What do you mean?
Before I met you, I was in Little League. I was in Little League and I rode my bike to school and I played with my friends and hung out with them.
Josh, what are you talking about?
I want to go home. I miss my family, Susan,
Oh
and
my
I want to go
God.
home.
Oh my God, you're married.
No.
I knew that this was too good to be true. I knew that there was something. I knew it.
No. I'm not. I'm not married. Susan, I'm not married.
You're not?
No, I'm a child.
What?
I'm a child, Susan. And I'm not ready for all of this.
Oh, that's fine. That's just great.
Well, you see what happened.
No, I understand. I'm not ready to make a commitment.
Oh, no.
I'm not ready to accept the responsibility.
No. You don't understand. I mean, I'm 13 years old.
Well, who isn't? You think there isn't a, you think there isn't a frightened kid inside of me?
No. I mean, I really am 13 years old. I went to bed. See, I went to bed one night and I was a kid, and the next morning I woke up. I was a grown up.
Oh, right. And yesterday I was a schoolgirl with pigtails. What are you doing? What are you talking about, Josh?
There was a little carnival in New Jersey.
Please.
I made a wish on a machine. It was called the Zolta machine.
Oh, stop it.
It was called a Zolta machine. It had this body and head, and it looked just like a devil. And you put a quarter in the devil's mouth and you make a wish. And so I did. And so I made a wish to be big. That's what I was trying to tell you all the way. I changed it into the grown up, but I'm really just a kid.
Fine, Josh, you're a kid. Look, I really don't know what you're trying to tell me. All I know is that we've got a very big presentation tomorrow. So I'm just going to go to sleep.
Good. How'd you guys feel with that? I liked, Kenny, how you started getting faster and faster and faster as a kid. Because that's how at 13, no, really, I went to this and you know,
I have to tell you, when we went into our little rooms, he did make me aware of something that I wasn't getting. And that's why he was stumbling. It wasn't his fault. It was that I didn't see a particular line. And even though it was there and I may have said it, I needed yeah, he made me aware of it. So he helped me.
what was the line?
It was on the second page. Okay, so he says, well, it says, let me see. So he'll start, no, I'm not married, Susan. I'm not married. And I'll say, you're not. I'm a child. No, I'm a child. What? I'm a child, Susan. I'm not ready for all of this. And then I say, oh, that's fine. That's just great. Well, you see what happened. No, I understand. I'm not ready to make the commitment. And then he says, oh, no, I'm not ready to accept the responsibility. There was something about the rhythm that we fixed it when we were doing it. In other words, I said it, but it didn't mean anything. And then we did it again and I understood. I really understood.
Well, I think that what you understand,
Uh-huh.
if I'm not mistaken, is that whether you believe him or not, this man's not ready, period.
Right.
And I liked how that came about to me. To me, I got that you were confused, but you understood this was not somebody who was ready. And until you could figure it out, you backed away too.
Yeah. It was interesting though to be aware of that.
Kenneth, how do you feel? How did you feel about it? I liked it.
Oh, I think I like that.
Yeah, I really like the
I think
scenes
it's-
tonight.
Could have done better, but I liked it.
Well,
Yeah, I could say the
here's the
same.
deal. I agree with all of you. We could all do better, but damn, I think we all did really good for cold reading. I really did. For the little amount of time that you invested, and I got your secrets, and I got your obstacles. So that I'm proud of, because I wanted you to learn obstacles, and you did. I mean, you wanted him to sleep with you, and the obstacle was he couldn't. You know, he wanted to tell you his secret, but he knew that who could believe that? But he did anyway. And what the technique that you used, Kenneth, which I really like, was going fast.
Uh,
And I went and I did, and I, just like a little kid would,
yeah.
And then the mother came out in Carolyn, which was, okay, let's go back to business. You go, I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
It's good.
Interesting.
Okay, everybody come back. Good class tonight.
I have to make a confession about something about Alfie. Paige, this is for you. Celia Black did do it in London. She did the UK. I'm not sure if she did the UK. I think she did the UK film, but United Artists didn't want her to do it in the US. So
You
were
mean
right.
you mean she sang it?
Yeah, she sang it. You
The
know, you
original.
have to read it. I sent you the article, Tony. It's a very interesting.
Dionne Warwick had the
No, no,
biggest hit with it. Later
Many
on.
did,
That's
many
true.
did them, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
very
exactly.
true.
Dionne Warwick had like a #1 Billboard hit.
Yeah.
I sent you a little text, Tony, that said,
Yeah, it was so little I couldn't read it.
oh, so I figured it might
You'll
be.
be able-
I was gonna
You
say
did
I
send
should
me
have
a
blown it
little
up.
text. I was like trying to
Hey,
open
Well,
it.
did you, I was
Send-
hoping you'd be able to.
Send Tony
But
the
so-
article. Send Tony
Okay.
the article I wrote you. I
So
sent you an email.
Celia Black was singing it, or was she in it?
We didn't hear her do it in the US or in various territories, but she
But
did
he
it in
picked her to
England.
do the original.
Yeah, he did.
He was very adamant about her singing the original.
In fact, he went to England to
Burt
record it
Bacharach.
with her.
Burt Bacharach, yeah.
Well,
But-
I saw Alfie in England, so that's why I didn't know it was Cher.
With
that's
Celia,
right,
yeah.
true.
I had no
But I'm
idea
not
it was
sure.
Cher at the time.
There's a little, yeah, anyways.
It sound like Cher, did it? What's it all about when you started out?
Well, Cher did it in the US, and that's where I saw it. And I thought she was fantastic in it. You know, I thought it was
Well,
amazing.
Cher wasn't in it. She just sang it.
Yeah, she
Yes.
just sang it. That's right. But
Because
it's
all the actors were English.
yeah, that's right.
Shelley Winter?
No.
No.
Don't worry. I'm not going to go into that now. You want to look it up. I'm not going to do that. No way.
But it is correct that it's Celia, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Wow, I always thought it was like someone like Julie London. You
No,
know,
but that's one of my daughter's favorite singers. Isn't that amazing that you said
Who?
that? My daughter, Nikki, my younger daughter, she loves Julie London.
Julie London used to sing with a bunch of my friends in a group called Centipede. And she
Yeah.
had Bob Wyatt from Soap Machine and, Jermaine Greer, Caroline Coon. I hung out with all those people in England.
I knew, yeah. Well,
And
she
Julie
did Cry Me a
London.
River. She did the best version of that song. She was
What a
fabulous. She lived in
voice.
my neighborhood growing up. I lived in Encino, and she lived with Bobby Troop in her gorgeous home, her beautiful home in Encino.
Wow, did she die?
Yeah, she died. I think they both died. Yeah.
Dang.
Speaking of singing, Tony, did he already perform? Did he already perform out here?
Who? What?
Your fiance?
Did he? Yeah, he performed at the Japanese Museum. I couldn't even get Barbara or Arnie tickets. The whole.
In Orange County?
Oh, he sang last weekend in Orange County.
Damn it. I was
He sings the last, I'll let you know, Paige. He sings.
okay.
They play the last weekend of every month right in Laguna Beach, so.
I doubt if that's going to even last, really.
Well, let me know, because it's
Club is so small.
8 minutes, 15 minutes from me.
Yeah, I thought I told you. You didn't. I don't know. I don't know who I told.
Okay.
You know, the past week has been
Crazy, I know.
all these people calling me about the guest cottage, and I must tell you, I've never heard such stories in my life. I need to write a little book called The
You
Guest
do.
Cottage.
You do.
Seriously, you should, because it's the best thing, that's when people kind of open up.
Isn't it an amazing?
Beyond
to-
opening up, they dumped on me, Yelena. This would be a
Yeah.
great picture. I mean,
We were
I
exhausted.
to have the Beach Boys' wife come in, you know, and then the women who just broke
Everyone was the victim too. It was bizarre. It's like,
It
stop
was
being a victim, everybody.
bizarre.
Just
I had to sit people down and psychically say, you're a victim. Let's stop it. Okay. I mean, I've never experienced quite, and the phone
should have
call.
given him my card, Tony. That's
And
the
one,
people I
and
work with.
one woman actually made me so guilt-ridden. She said, you won't take me. I mean, she had a voice like that. You could tell she smoked and drank.
You won't take me.
You won't take me because I have a dog. I said, I have 4 dogs that are going to bark at you, your dog. She went, you're not going to give me a chance to have a roof over my head. And she wrote me back and said, I'll get rid of my dog. I said, oh my
Yeah, I
God,
know. That's when you're like,
no, do
stop
not
the
get rid of
patriarchal bullshit. Stop it.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I had.
Ah.
Anyway, so.
Thank you for the class, sweetie, and thank you, Andy.
Thank
all
you
for
so
good.
much.
being with
All
me.
Andy?
great.
Thank you so much.
I will
Thank
see you
you.
all next
You
week.
said.
You're great.
See ya.
Happy to
Yeah.
have you back, Andy. Missed
Yeah.
you.
Be back.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
Good seeing everyone.
Yeah, man.